So, did you know, folks, that if according to a Guardian article from July 22, one half of all children in lone parent families are now living in what's called relative poverty, and that actually of the 1.8 million lone parent families in the UK, that accounts for that's more than one fifth of UK children. So when you look at those stats, you go, wow, our Smile project is really important. So I'm sitting here opposite our office and looking across to the park over yonder, because we had a Smile steering group this week, and I just want to celebrate the fact of what Rachel and Donna and Lucy are doing. They were talking about this week, and I know some of you helped it, so Claire Holiday I think has helped with one lady, a lone parent, who's had a really tough time recently, and we're really praying that she gets to rehab. She rang up, left a really amazing message for Rachel, which said she had got a place in rehab just a couple of days back, so we're praying that she can really get to that. But lots of things that they've done. They did a great little survey. They've got 43 parents to fill in an online survey, and the results are really interesting. There's stuff in there about, they're saying, what are your top 3 activities or top 3 needs, and actually is Smile helping to meet those needs? And those needs are around social isolation and stuff like that, and yet more than 60% said yes, you're helping in at least 2 of those 3 needs. So Smile's really locking into the things that lone parents need, and there's lots going on. You probably know about, we talked about the community meal. They're going to call it Regenerate, which is going to be on every twice a month on a Monday night down at Pool Pantry. Really lovely. It's such a great example of warm spaces which you can share with other churches. That idea of you invite a particular group of people, and there's a homework area, and one of the churches, actually another church, donated a laptop, and this teenager who really wasn't great at getting down to homework just got straight in because there was a laptop there and she could get online. But there's crafts, there's games, and there's food, a couple of hours, and it seems to work really well. So that's a great example of a community meal, a warm space. In half term, they're going to have some cooking stuff with the Friendly Food Club. They're going to be a welly walk, whatever that is. They're going to do stories in the next month or so down at Butcher's Coppice. They're starting a new Step Out of the Traffic course, which is great because we've had funding to do that specifically. St James's are going to do a really nice session where they're going to ask the congregation with some gifts for mums, and then they're going to run a sort of coffee morning where mums and kids can come along, and the kids can go off and choose a gift for their mum and then wrap it really simply, just brown paper, and maybe putting stencils on it. Which fits in, by the way, with the Simply Christmas sort of idea, which, if you've got any other ideas for helping people to think simply about Christmas, well, it just seems such a brilliant little model to help families coming up to Christmas. There's going to be some cooking down at SML, some cooking courses. They're going to look at refreshing the whole volunteer thing, so thanks Claire and Rachel for helping with that. We may even have an intern from SML, St Mary's Longfleet, which we've been talking about for ages, and actually was a bit of a surprise to us who's going to come off, but a lady called Rebecca may be helping out there, which is grand. And Longfleet Baptist have stood up and said, yeah, we'll have the Friday morning coffee morning there, because they were run out of space. So much room. So many people were coming on a Friday morning to Skinner Street. So just load of great stuff going on. So no wonder you're all a bit weary over in Sparland. But just want to big up Rachel, Donna and Lucy, and thank you so much for what you're doing. Send them a little encouragement text if you get a chance this week, folks. And by the way, there's some really nice stuff coming off. We'll give you more next month. St James's with Jimmy's, Jill and Lucy, the vicar at St James, has been going to organise a cost of living community event there. She's going to be in the church and across at Jimmy's. Going to invite lots of partners in, and going to invite people to come and find out what help is available. There's going to be free pizzas and other things going on, but we'll give you more about that. But 12th of November, so think of the gang on that day as well. So lots of inspiration, and actually one of the really nice things at the end of the steering group was the church contact. So we have 2 or 3 people from different churches who are helping with the steering group. They're saying, boy, do we need to pray for you guys. And it's just a reminder that there's quite a lot of prayer going on through the week. You have prayer support behind you. So on a Monday morning, you have the homelessness prayer time, which Candice sort of administrates and David and I go along to. We have again various people from various churches praying for people in the homeless community. You've got then our team prayer on a Monday morning. You've got on a Wednesday, I send out a text to about 25 people who are dedicated to praying for faith work, so we try and sort of just share some really specific things. So if you want a thing into that, then just let me know before Wednesday morning. Then we've got on twice a month on a Friday, the trustees come together and to pray for everything that you're doing. And we're thinking about other ways we could do it. I'm sitting here looking at Winton Methodist Church thinking the second floor there, David has got a real desire to turn that into a prayer room because they're not using that second floor room. Maybe. Let's see what we can do with talking to the Methodists, see if we can become a Wesley prayer room. By the way, up in that prayer room, you probably saw Ruth's found loads of books that they're very keen to get rid of. So we'll get the library going. But if you spot anything that you would like when you're next in the office, or want us to go up there and see if there's anything you might like, then get in touch. And so there's inspiration from stories of what's going on in Smile. There's inspiration from books. There's inspiration from other ideas I'm going to share with you in the email version of this. There's something called Jubilee Plus, which is the New Frontiers collective, and do a lot of great work around social action. They've got some nice ideas which in a little briefing, which I'll share that with you. And don't forget your Wellbeing Day. Do take that over the coming days if you get a chance. I love this. Philippians is just great for me. The whole book of Philippians. If you've never read it, give it a shout. Try it in the Message version. But this is right at the beginning of it. I thank my God every time I remember you. Yes, indeed. I always pray with joy. Yes, indeed. Being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. So if you're maybe thinking, oh, it's a bit hard work, God is at work, He's going to give you some oomph, and I'll be praying and we'll be praying. Keep going, folks. Thanks for all you do.